Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Hold on to your butts.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Basement Monsters podcast. I'm Ivan Vargas. As always, Luke Nettles next to me, and Bears win, Bears win, Bears win. It got close at the end.
Mm-hmm.
I did not like the way the Bears handled that the last two series, to be quite frank. But they escaped with the win, 23-16, and I mean, you can't complain if the Bears are still winning.
Oh, you can.
You can. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. I could complain a whole hell of a lot. And I heard, see, the thing is, and I said that facetiously because I've heard that narrative all week long. Oh, we can't complain. We can't complain. Like, no, we can't complain because if we don't continue to progress as an offense, right, we're gonna end up in a situation where we can't, where the defense is just taking on an insurmountable task,
mm-hmm.
and they just can't, back us up. It's going to happen. The offense needs to be a lot cleaner. 23 points is it's not enough for me. I was expecting 30, but we talked about it before. 21 points. Shit, 20 points would have won you 3 games this year anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like they said, it's good complimentary football, but shit, man, I need more out of this offense. I need more out of Matt Nagy down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean it's because it's getting to the point where like they were just saying, Nick Foles is making a play when he needs to. Well, why does he need to? He shouldn't have to. He should be playing. These plays should already be done. The one good thing about the Bears that they have on their side up until this point is, yes, they've got the W's, but no, they haven't really played a lot of high-powered offenses.
Right.
You start getting into these high-powered offenses, and they're putting up 20, 30, 40 points, and you're fighting to put up 20 or 21.
Luke, there's one team I'm worried about, and that's the Green Bay Packers.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm worried. That's every Bears fan right now. Be happy, 5-1, right on. It's been sloppy as shit.
Mm-hmm.
So
100%.
Be happy, but be wary, man. I'm serious. Because and Matt Nagy shouldn't, he should be happy, be proud of his team. I get it. You guys are winning. The defense, round of applause. Like this defense is heating up. It really is. But the thing is that your offense isn't, it's not matching the intensity of the defense. It really is not. You turn over the ball, and this is all Nick Foles. They get an interception. They're in the Panthers in the red zone, and then Nick Foles gets pressure. He rolls out to his right and just throws up a duck.
Oh, yeah, a lob.
A duck that gets picked up. That shit can't happen, man.
Right.
Your quarterback need to understand that shit can't happen. He's got to throw that shit out of bounds. He has to. The defense ended up bottling up Mike Davis. It looked like he got hurt, but they ended up bottling him up in the second half. 18 carries, 52 yards, 1 touchdown. But, it looked like in the first half, at least towards the end of that first half, that he was going to have a big day.
Yeah, and he like I said, you can't complain if you're in Carolina. I mean, he's obviously against this much better defense.
Right.
He still put up 50, whatever you said, 52, whatever it was.
52 yards.
But, I mean, outside of this game, Mike Davis has been toting the ball. I mean, he's been doing the job. So, they've got about 2 more weeks or so probably before McCaffrey comes back. Once that happens, now you've got the two-headed monster now.
Right.
You go with Davis and McCaffrey, and, McCaffrey's obviously probably going to be more of your pass catcher.
Right.
But still, Davis can come in there and pound it right up the middle, too. I mean, what was it, early in the game? I think he was averaging, like, almost close to 6 yards.
He was.
So it's like that defense is good for the Bears. It's just the run. I mean, today they did a good job bottling up the run, but so far, I mean, like against Tampa, the guys were averaging like 6-7 yards.
Here's what happened
up the middle. I mean,
right.
Indianapolis, they were averaging had a great average too.
Here's what I saw that happened today, and that's why they got away from Mike Davis is they started running out of time.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
The turnovers led to points, which is great. It's great. Not always touchdowns, which is touchdowns is what we want, but it led to points, except for that one drive where it was. Jesus, it looked like it was 3 turnovers back to back to back.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was insane. I never seen anything like that. But like I said, the turnovers forced Carolina to stray away from the run and look more towards the pass. And they were hitting DJ Moore big. DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson. DJ Moore, 5 receptions, 93 yards. Robbie Anderson, 4 for 77. Both the longs, respectively. The long for DJ Moore, 38, and Robbie Anderson, 39. It's like, man, they were starting to hit us deep downfield, but the Bears never really broke. Mm-hmm. The Bears defense never really broke. They started to swarm. I remember Josh was saying the Bears swarmed them. Yeah, hell yeah, they swarmed them. They were swarming Teddy all game long. Even up to from their first drive to the last drive, they swarmed Teddy, and it led to bookending interceptions for the Bears.
Yeah, no, it is what it is. I mean, like I said, the Bears to this point, I mean, they're like you said, the offense has to get clicking. The defense looks like it's finally come alive. Right. Now, I mean, I didn't really see anything that Nick Foles did in that game that I haven't seen Trubisky do. Like, I don't know that there's any difference really.
Shit, I do. I said it out loud. I was like, Trubisky could have threw that fucking interception, man. Like, what the hell is going on?
The one thing I didn't see a lot of today, though, which is amazing, is the Bears weren't running east-west.
Right.
They didn't do a lot of east-west, jet sweep, all that BS that they keep doing. They actually were going forward. I mean, there's a couple that went out to the flat, whatever, but
David Montgomery
was up straight up north and south.
David Montgomery, and he had, and I'll mention his receipt. He had 4 receptions for 39 yards, but in the running game, 19 for 58. He pretty much matched Davis, and it was late where they started gaining chunks. I think his longest run had to be like 12 yards, something like that. But they started getting chunks late, which is like, I mean, you can't complain. They wore them down, like their defense, their run defense. They stood up to the challenge, but they wore down late, and that's what you want. The thing is that the Bears kept leaving shit on the field.
Yeah, I mean the pass rush is the only thing that won them this game, because you saw what was happening when Bridgewater had time. He's hitting Robbie Anderson. He's hitting Moore. He's able to get the ball down the field.
Right.
The only thing, and then obviously, Teddy's not quite as agile as he used to be, but he still picked up like a couple 9 and 10 yard runs. But yeah, I mean, like if that pass rush isn't there, that could have been a completely different game.
And we'll talk about let's go to the last couple. The last few drives for both teams, right? Let's go to that last drive for the Bears. Let's go to the last offensive drive for the Bears. You have a 3rd and 2? 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, whatever the fuck it was. I don't care. You dial up a pass. Now, I know what the final outcome was. Okay, good. I'm happy. 5 and 1. It could have been a complete disaster. Why aren't you running the football? Right. You're pretty much saying
they could have came back.
I don't trust you. I don't trust my offensive line and my running back to get me 3 yards. They were putting it on him late. Like I just said, they were putting it on him late. Why the hell wouldn't you go ahead and allow David Montgomery to make a name for himself? Let's see if he can pick up the 3 yards. You're taking the ball out of his hand. You talk about this guy in such high standards, and he's great. We see it on the field in flashes if the offensive line can ever fucking block for him. But geez, you're taking the ball out of his hands. Let's see if he can pick up those 3 yards. Yards after contact is his thing.
Right. Yeah, I mean it's baffling. They got lucky. Like I said, that Carolina came back. We had it within like 7, or 8, whatever it was. And if they make that last pass, that guy, or if the guy doesn't drop that one-handed catch going to the ground. I forget who it was, Moore or somebody. I don't remember who it was for Carolina. But if he makes that catch, it could have been real tight. Like, it could have been real, real tight. Like, they get a touchdown on that drive right there. Oh man!
My thing is that the clock management at the end.
Exactly. No, that's what I'm saying.
It's my biggest thing is that clock management. Like you're saying, if you don't get pressure on Teddy and he leads a drive, you're fucked.
You got nobody to complain to.
You got nobody to complain to, but your son Nagy doesn't, right? The defense bailed his ass out.
Right.
I'm glad you could trust your defense like that, dog. But let's trust our running back in this line a little more. Maybe a little faith could light a fire under her ass. Because honestly, this offensive line is playing a little sloppy. Again,
David City their offensive line just needs to start. I don't know what it is. If it's a mentality thing, is it? I don't know what the deal is, but they need to start playing nasty. Like that. That's one thing they don't have. That offensive line needs to be matching the intensity of that defense. If that happens, it's just going to be great for the Bears. I mean, a lot of good things are going to happen, but then you got, I don't know what the deal is with the tackles over there, but those tackles are they're
trash.
Just getting spun like they're on Dancing with the Stars or
they're
something.
soft as shit. That's what's wrong with the tackles.
Yeah,
That's what's wrong with the tackles. You know what? The thing is, the good thing is that they got loose for the win. It's rough. You want to see more. I feel like they should have 36 points or 34 points.
Yeah, probably should.
I feel that's where they should be.
And Carolina should have at least another 7 right there because that guy did drop that ball in the end zone.
He did drop the ball in the end zone, and
so
then
that's almost a tie game right there.
Well, not only that, on the drive before that interception, before the final, the nail in the coffin, Teddy hit. Oh my God, I forget his name.
Robbie or
no, DJ Moore. He hit DJ Moore, and DJ Moore just couldn't come up with the football.
Mm-hmm.
He was wide open, butt naked, running wide open down the field, and he just couldn't come up with the football. And it was shades of week one in Detroit. You can't just get lucky all the time.
No, it's gonna run out.
And that's why I was so pissed when Matt Nagy decided to go for the pass instead of for the run.
Mm-hmm.
I get being aggressive. I get it. But this isn't the fucking time. This is the time where, you're going to trust your defense? Well, trust your defense by putting them in the absolute best position you can. That means less time on the clock and as far away from the fucking end zone as he possibly could get them.
Yeah, I feel like he uses his defense as like his bailout. You know what I mean? Like, okay, well, I threw the ball when I should have ran it. And then, like I said, let's say the defense goes out there and they give it up. Then he's going to come out and say, defense got to play better. You know what I mean? But you put the defense in jeopardy by not running the ball and giving them more time to come down the field. You gotta take the pressure off of your defense as well. Your offense has to take some pressure off your defense. You can't expect, hey, I've got a great defense, because guess what? Things happen.
You can't
get open. Like
look at like I said earlier. The Packers, week 10, the Packers. That's who we need to beat.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Like that's who we need to beat. I don't give a shit if we win the next couple games. I don't care. If you don't beat the Packers, you're going to struggle.
Yeah, from week 10 to 16, you got to win.
You need to beat the Green Bay Packers, and you got a guy that knows you, that knows your players, that knows your scheme very well. You got a very bad man up north. Mm-hmm. If you don't clean this shit up, you're gonna get exposed.
Yeah.
He's gonna eat you alive. And Matt Nagy needs to understand it looked better. The game looked in control. The Bears looked in complete control up until towards the end there. It looked like, and that's and you know what? It wouldn't be such a big deal if you scored a touchdown when you should have.
Yeah. Then you could forget about some of the stuff we're talking about. Get those extra points. But when you don't come away with those points and you make dipshit decisions, we're going to pass it instead of run it.
Pass it on 3rd and 3 with 140 something on the clock. Mm-hmm. Let's go stop the clock. Go stop the clock.
Yeah.
Are you going to do that shit against Drew Brees? If you have a lead against the Saints, you can do that shit against Drew Brees? Are you going to do that shit against Aaron?
Yeah.
Aaron? Are you going to do that shit against Aaron?
You do that shit against Detroit. They might come back and beat you.
Matt Stafford will beat your ass.
Yeah.
It needs to be cleaned up, man. It really does. You need to score points when you're in the red zone. Or not even in the red zone. Well, shit, when you're within the 30.
Yeah.
You need to be thinking, hey, these are points. Get it. The red zone is okay. Forget about the red zone. When you're in the 30, you should be scoring points. You should be scoring touchdowns, not field goals. Touchdowns.
Yeah, that's what they're going to have to learn. I mean, like I said, they've been lucky up to this point where they played some iffy teams, but I mean, it's going to get down to the crunch time in their schedule, where it's going to be better teams. It's going to be division games. The pressure is going to be on them, and it's if they keep praying, and getting it. Oh, well, we're going to squeak one out. We're going to squeak one out. Like, no, dude. Like, I just
feel like at the end of games, and well, not even in clutch situations, Matt Nagy tries to be the smartest guy.
Yeah.
He just tries instead of doing the efficient thing, you try to do the thing that in times where you already have the upper hand, or you're in a position where you don't need to risk anything. You risk it. It doesn't like that's to me that's not smart football.
That's smart coaching.
To me that's emotional. That's emotional coaching, and that's why I said before he's too emotionally involved in the play call. And some of the play calling he's too emotional. Do you think Bill Lazor can't call these fucking plays? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you think Matt Nagy's the only guy that could call plays? No. He's just the head coach, and he wants to be the guy to call the plays. He wants it to be his show. Be you. Like I said before, be you, but be better. I can't imagine if that ball doesn't get intercepted, if we don't get pressure on Teddy and that ball gets, if they're able to continue that drive.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't. Even though the Bears were on their ass, right. I don't know if they end up stopping them.
Exactly.
They just scored 2 drives before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's the gambles that Nagy is taking that aren't going to pay off when you're playing more. If you pull that against anybody else, I mean, really, just because you got it happened today, like that could be any other team and be out there, especially with the high-powered offense. Somebody's going to take that extra gift that you're giving them. And they're going to beat you with it. Man, the Green Bay Packers, like I said, week 10. That's when I'm looking. That's when my season starts. The Green Bay Packers. That's when I start getting. That's when I'm like, okay, you got the Rams, you got the Saints in consecutive weeks coming up. If you split, I'm good with a split. I'm worried about the Green Bay Packers. I'm worried about Aaron Rodgers. If you don't fix your shit now, they're going to be the ones that take advantage. Yeah. And speaking of the Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers, they're facing off with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now. They're up 3-0 with 8:39 to go in the first quarter, and it looks like the Bucs are about to punt it back to Green Bay. What are you looking for in this game, Luke? I'm looking for the Bucs to win.
Well, no shit.
Well, I mean, you asked, so I got to tell. Yeah. But yeah, no, Green Bay. I mean, it's you know what it is. It's Rodgers. It's Rodgers. That's all it is. Everybody knows it's Rodgers. Devontae Adams is back, so that's scary now. That's a little disturbing, but we got Godwin back.
You left that out earlier.
What's that?
That Devontae was back. I didn't know Devontae was back.
Yeah, he's out. He's back. But I mean, like Evans is still iffy. Like he's there. He's gonna play. He's playing, but he's not 100%. Godwin's back. Justin Watson's back. Scotty Miller's back. Fournette's still sitting out. But yeah, that defense. Same thing with the Bears. Same thing for the Bears game. Get pressure on him. No, I mean either of these quarterbacks, whether it be Brady or Rodgers.
Just Rodgers is so elusive. Like he's way more elusive than Brady. Yeah. So Brady has Brady definitely has to depend. He has to depend on his playmakers and his offensive line. Right. Aaron Rodgers can just create. Yeah. He just can create, and that's dangerous if you can't get hands on him. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to bring him to the ground. I mean, first and foremost, because I mean, here's the thing about most teams, it's like you make them one-dimensional, but you don't want to make Green Bay one-dimensional because then you put the ball in Aaron Rodgers' hands, and that's the person that's going to beat you more than anything. So it's almost like what? Let's give up the run, but then let's just cut loose on him and come after him. I mean, I don't know. I mean, people have been trying to figure out how to beat this guy forever, and it doesn't seem like there's a way, but.
I know a way. San Francisco showed us the way last year, and that's put him on his ass. Let's get after him.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, but you have to, he's so good at just finding that little quick open guy or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I agree. Hit him. But I mean, that's every quarterback. You start hitting any quarterback, you're going to start making them second guess themselves. You're going to, speed up that clock in their head.
Right.
You know, because they're going to start feeling it, and they're going to start hearing
And
ghost
that's
steps. You know,
right.
like,
And that's
let's go.
And that's when mistakes happen.
And that's exactly when mistakes happen.
Let's talk about what's going on around the league. I know there's a big one. We're looking at that Tennessee Houston game.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was good. Let's start out with that one. Tennessee versus Houston in a fucking shootout.
Yeah, that was a wild one, man. You know, Derrick Henry continues to just dominate the league. Gets a last second 5-yard touchdown to take the lead, win the game.
He had a 94-yard touchdown run.
But I mean, you can't sneeze at the Texans though. Deshaun and them came out to play today. They put up 36 points. I mean, that's not bad.
That's not bad. And you know what? To be honest, like the Texans have been playing better since they dropped Bill O'Brien's ass. So ever since they dropped Bill O'Brien's ass, it looks like the team's playing free. It looks like the players are happy.
Well, they're probably just being able to do whatever they want.
Exactly.
What needs to really clamp down for them, though, and I mean, they've got the guy. They've got Romeo Crennel. I mean, that defense has to get better.
That defense has to get better. 42 points. Is it going to do it? The Texans are. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a lost year for the Texans. But the Tennessee, bro, Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, he's on fire, man.
Ryan Tannehill's on fire. He had 3 touchdowns in the first half.
Yeah, like just like he just stopped. Didn't even stop from Sunday. Just came or from Thursday or whatever game they put Tuesday, whatever day it was that they played.
Right.
He just we're right out of one, right into the next. Like, I didn't even it was like just a long halftime or something. You know, he just comes back like ding. He's just having his way, man, and it's that's without his the guy that he clicks with the most in Corey Davis. Which is still on the COVID list, but man, Tannehill. I mean, I still think didn't he throw a pick the other day? So he
threw one, but still he's
still throwing. He's got like
still from Tuesday today.
Through 6 weeks.
Exactly.
I'll
through
take
6
that
weeks.
all day long.
Not in the 6 weeks, just from Tuesday when we covered the game against the Bills to today. That's got to be 8 touchdown passes?
Well, yeah,
7.
Well, he had 4.
He's got 7 already because we knew he had 3.
Yeah, so I mean, probably like I said,
8, 9, 10.
The guy is rolling. You know, it always helps the quarterback though when you have a train like a Derrick Henry. You know that
a man amongst boys.
Yeah, like
just stepping over fools. Just
imagine if Derrick Henry played for the Green Bay Packers.
Oh my God!
Like,
don't shut up.
It would be a slaughter.
Why do you say things?
I'm just saying, like when you can take some of the pressure off the quarterback and he doesn't have to throw it 40 times, 50 times a game, and he can get yards and he can knock people down and he can drag people. I mean, that's a quarterback's
Deshaun Watson.
wet dream.
Deshaun Watson, 28 for 37, 335 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks, and no call from the Bears.
and no W either.
No W, but no call from the Bears when you're available. Ryan Tannehill, geez, man, 30 for 41, 364 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. But dude, that's 8 tutties in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
8
and 2 interceptions.
And they just keep
over the year though. That's only his 3rd interception.
Exactly. And Derrick Henry, 22 carries, 212 yards, 2 touchdowns, bro. Like this guy he's just a monster. Your boy, Frickster.
Oh,
Ferkster.
Yeah.
Leading receiver, 8 receptions, 113 yards. I'm telling you.
That guy.
All right, so like I said, last year, Luke gave me Darren Waller in my fantasy. This year, we mentioned Ferkster? Mentioned Ferkster last week, and I was like, who the fuck? I was like, I don't know about this guy. And this week he's just a leading receiver for the Tennessee Titans with 113 yards. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna start paying attention a little bit more to your nuggets that you find.
Yeah.
Your little diamonds in the rough.
They're out there, man. They're little sleepers, you know. They're good. I mean, Jonnu is usually the lead guy,
right?
But I mean, I think Ferkster has more targets in the red zone for sure. It may even have more touchdowns than Jonnu at this point, but you know, he's good, man.
All right, let's move it along.
Who you want to go to?
Oh, go ahead. Whatever.
Jets, Dolphins. We got the Dolphins up 7. You know, Joe Flacco again for New York, so you know how that's
going to be a massacre. Let's not bore everybody with the Jets and Dolphins. Let's go to Colts Bengals. That was a barn burner.
It's all over the place. So I'm just going to read how they have it listed. So you got Ravens, Eagles. Eagles made it a little closer than I think anybody thought. It's only lost by 2. Once again, you know, the human highlight reel. Lamar Jackson's going.
Lamar made some play. He was going. he was running towards his right, towards the sideline. He had two defenders in front of him. There was no window. They were coming barreling down on him to stop the run. He makes a juke move like he's going to evade. Window opens up and just sidearm throws right to his receiver. It was some magical shit from Lamar Jackson. It was some video game backyard shit from Lamar Jackson. Just a football player. Just a football player.
Yeah, here's another interesting thing about that game. Well, about the Ravens in general. Baltimore's put up over 20 points in 29 consecutive games. Interesting.
Lamar Jackson was a leading rusher and passer, by the way.
Wow.
I mean, are you shocked?
No, not at all. Not with that guy. Yeah, I mean, nothing really surprising.
Nothing surprising.
We got the Rams. We got the Rams and the Niners coming up tonight, and then Monday, we'll see if the Bills can look like the Bills again instead of looking like
absolute
the
trash.
Jets.
They do look like the Jets right now. They're playing.
They're
playing slop.
the Chiefs, so
how about that? How about this? And I know we talked about it earlier. Steelers Browns. I thought it was going to be a good game. I was completely wrong.
Yeah.
I was completely wrong.
I think everybody thought that might be.
Oh my God! It's like if you're Cleveland, God bless you.
Obviously, he's
like God bless
not
Cleveland.
blessing anything.
God bless Cleveland because honestly, you can't beat Pittsburgh or Baltimore to save your life.
Yeah.
And I don't think you ever will.
And Cincinnati's on the rise with
And
Burrow.
and Joe Burrow's over here.
Give them 2 or 3 years, and they may be putting you back down in the basement
You're
again.
over here benching your #1 draft pick.
He wasn't feeling dangerous
For Case King. Yeah, was you? I guess Danger left the building. He wasn't feeling dangerous this morning. He woke up feeling sheepish. Bench for Case Keenum, bro. Like It's weird. It's weird. The Cleveland Browns. It's weird. And like I said before, is this? It's going to be the defining game, and it just proved that you're the same old Browns.
Yeah.
You're the same old Brownies.
Yeah, your definition didn't change. You're still trash. You're still the last one in the division.
Absolute garbage.
And probably have more talent than anybody else in the division.
Baker Mayfield, 10 of 18, 119, a touchdown, 2 picks. Case Keenum, 5 of 10, 46 yards. At least he was more efficient.
Yeah.
Kareem Hunt, 13 carries, 40 yards. Nothing.
They couldn't do anything.
Nothing. Big Ben, 14, 22, 162.
We also talked about that defense on the Steelers, though, and it came up big early. You know, Minka Fitzpatrick, I talked about him. It's like that's like the last piece that the Steelers defense needed. He gets that pick 6 early in the game. Then you still, their defense is just good, man. And this Claypool guy out of this small town in Indiana somewhere from some school he went to. I can't remember what school he went to in Indiana, but anyway.
The last game I want to cover before we go ahead and get out of here and
Claypool
watch.
from the Golden Domers.
Hey,
I just didn't want to say their name.
Chase Claypool.
I just didn't want to say their
Claypool's
name.
a man. Last score from the last score before we go ahead and get to this game and get you guys in the halftime. Atlanta Falcons 40, Minnesota Vikings 23. Atlanta gets off the snide.
Yeah.
And gets themselves a win, a big win against Minnesota. They scored 10 points in each quarter.
Wow. Yeah, I'm just reading right here. It's the first road win in Minnesota since 2008. And I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what happened today is Julio Jones actually showed up. Over 200 yards, I think he had. 3
interceptions for Kirk Cousins. 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. It's like what the 3 touchdowns don't mean shit because the 3 touchdowns are 3 interceptions.
Well, one obviously, of them might have been a touchdown just for the other team.
One of them was a touchdown for the other team. Matt Ryan, 371, 4 touchdowns. Todd Gurley.
Oh,
what was that? I missed it.
Rodgers got in, but he took a shot, so I thought they had to be a flag.
Don't show me Aaron Rodgers. If it's Aaron Rodgers, don't show me.
It's on Tampa.
It's on Tampa. All right. Well, Atlanta doing the Bears a favor. You need to you guys talk to your boys. Talk to your boys. Talk to your boys.
They'll figure it out.
Talk to your boys. They need to step it up for us.
What I want to do is talk to you about your boys because Detroit won today too.
No, Detroit? I'm not worried about Detroit. I'm worried about the Green Bay. I'm not. I'm really not. I think Detroit
and Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow's not going to do anything this year.
Hey,
I'm not worried about Detroit. I'm worried
about.
about Aaron Rodgers not scoring anymore. Is what I'm worried about. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. We're going to go ahead and watch this Packers-Bucks game. We'll get to you guys at the halftime of this game and the post.
Yeah.
But for now, we're going to get some more beers, have a smoke, and we need some pizza, I think.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry as shit. All right, y'all. I'm Ivan Vargas. That's Luke Nettles. This has been the Basement Monsters Podcast. We'll see you at the half.
I just heard my favorite band is in town. I'd love to get good seats, but everywhere I've looked, the ticket sites have crazy service fees.
Haven't you heard of TixSplits?
Who?
TixSplits. They don't gouge you with crazy fees. The price they advertise is the price you pay, plus a small delivery fee.
Never pay service fees again. Go to TixSplits.com today. TixSplits.com. Guaranteed seats, low prices. That's TixSplits.com. Every ticket, every venue, everywhere.